In study objective 2, we learned about the 4 different ways to value ending inventory. And for many companies, inventory is really a significant dollar amount on the balance sheet. If you're trying to compare 2 different companies, that becomes pretty difficult if they're using different inventory valuation methods. Your authors use the example of Caterpillar that uses LIFO. Look how big their inventory is. This is in millions. So their inventory is really over $6 billion valued under LIFO. Now remember from study objective 3 that in a period of rising prices, LIFO will lower the net income and lower the ending inventory on the balance sheet. I always remember that, by the way, because LIFO starts with L, so it lowers your income and it lowers your ending inventory. But if Caterpillar had been using FIFO instead, their ending inventory would have been $9.3 billion. So we've got a difference here of $3 billion. That difference between LIFO and FIFO is called the LIFO reserve. When analysts are trying to compare 2 companies like Caterpillar with some other company, it helps if you can put them on an equal playing field. So analysts do that by adding the LIFO reserve back to the inventory to revalue it under FIFO. So if they're comparing different companies, they convert all of their inventory to FIFO. The significance of that is when they're calculating ratios, and your authors here are using the current ratio as an example. Under the LIFO-based calculation, Caterpillar's current ratio is only 1.39 to 1, but when you add the LIFO reserve into the numerator, revaluing their inventory to a FIFO basis, it really boosts up the current ratio. So the reason for adding that LIFO reserve back in is really primarily so that you can compare different companies by having them all restating their inventory, at least for the ratio calculations, onto the same level playing field.